Good evening. I'll see a news bulletin at 7 with Olivia Bowen. Stories topping the headlines. Information Minister Lecherubenin has reacted to Liberia's decision to rescind its negative vote at the United Nations General Assembly regarding a resolution of the Israel-Gaza conflict. Final argument in the murder case involving former Chief Justice Gloria Musu's court and her family will be entertained at Criminal Court A this Thursday, December 21. The plenary of the House of Representatives has rejected a request from the Minister of Internal Affairs to lift the moratorium placed on the Bon County Development and Social Development account. And away from Liberia, the BBC says voting in the Democratic Republic of Congo's high stakes presidential election has been marred by lengthy delays and claims of fraud. Those were the headlines, not the news in detail. Information Minister Lecherubenin has reacted to Liberia's decision to rescind its negative at the United Nations General Assembly regarding a resolution of the Israel-Gaza conflict. Minister Rennie emphasized that this action is not a retaliatory measure against the sanctions imposed by the United States on some outgoing government officials. The government, led by President George Weah, formally withdrew its initial rejection on the UN resolution on December 12 of this year calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza war. Despite observers expressing doubts about the possibility of revoking or cast a vote, Minister Rennie clarified in an interview with VOA Daybreak Africa that Liberia's concern lies with the humanitarian consequences of the conflict while recognizing Israel's right to self-defense. Final arguments in the murder case involving former Chief Justice Gloria Musu's court and her family will be entertained at Criminal Court A this Thursday, December 21. After the final argument, according to ROC judicial correspondent, the trial jurors will then proceed to their deliberations round to decide the fate of the four defendants, including Chief Justice Gloria Musu Scott, Rebecca Wisner, Alice Johnson, and Gertrude Newton on allegation of murder. There will be either a guilty verdict, not guilty, or hang jury based on the jurors' decision. Our judicial correspondent revealed that during the hearing, government lawyers paraded 13 witnesses, 2 subpoena witnesses, and 1 rebuttal, while the defense team lined up 3 of the 4 defendants as key witnesses and 7 subpoena witnesses to testify. Defendants Scott, Rebecca Wisner, Alice Johnson, and Gertrude Newton were remanded at the Monrovia prison on June 22 after being charged with murder by the Liberia National Police. When the matter was called for litigation, the defendants pleaded not guilty, thus shifting the burden of proof on prosecuting lawyers to prove murder beyond all reasonable doubt. They are on trial for allegedly murdering Charlo Musu on February 22 at their Burville residence. The plenary of the House of Representatives has rejected a request from the Minister of Internal Affairs to lift the moratorium placed on the Bon County Development and Social Development accounts. The Internal Affairs Minister had earlier appealed to the plenary through the representatives' offices, seeking the removal of the moratorium imposed in 2019 following an audit conducted by the General Auditing Commission. The GSC's audit completed since then had raised concerns about the setup of the county council. The rejection by members of the House of Representatives was granted in the fact that the Public Accounts Committee has not reported on the matter, disclosing that the initiation of the moratorium had been at the request of the Bond County Legislative Caucus. This decision underscores the importance placed on due process and committed evaluations in matters of financial governance. Members of the House of Representatives said they remain committed to ensuring transparency and accountability in the management of public funds. The Reporters Association of Liberia has expressed sadness over the death of one of its members, Chris Piru. The RAL has meanwhile called on all media auxiliaries to rally support to give their colleague a befitting burial. The Reporters Association, through its Vice President Henson Deckard on Wednesday, expressed sadness over the death of Chris Piru, adding the death of Chris has created a void in the RAL and the Liberian media at large. Before meeting his untimely demise, Chris worked for several media outlets, including the Liberia Broadcasting System, T5 radio station, among others. Chris died on Monday, December 18, 2023, following a brief illness. Liberian clergyman Reverend Ejala Mackay has urged the outgoing representative of District Number 8, Montreux County, Akara Street, and Monroeville City Mayor Jefferson Kochi to reconsider any plans of staging a demonstration during the inauguration of President-elect Joseph Waka. Both Gray and Kochi had previously threatened to organize a protest on the inauguration day. In an interview, Reverend Mackay advised them to channel their efforts into advocating for the establishment of a war and economic crime squad, emphasizing the potential to leave a lasting legacy for future generations within the CDC government. If you're just joining us, a reminder that you are listening to a bulletin of news coming to you from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. In more news, the founder of the Destiny Recovery Program, an initiative that is rehabilitating and transforming disadvantaged youths in Liberia, has described drugs and substance abuse as threat to the security of the state. Reverend Jerry Sawi said the government of Liberia must consider the drug epidemic as a national emergency to save the young people and protect the future of the country. Reverend Sawi urged the incoming administration of President-elect Joseph Waka to be sensitive about the fight to end the drug epidemic in Liberia, describing it as a national problem. The Redeemed Church of God pastor also wants the incoming administration to appoint people with reputable character at the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency to enhance the fight against drugs. He said the Destiny Recovery Program was funded in 2018 and has rehabilitated and transformed thousands of drug-addicted youths who are currently contributing to their families and society at large. Reverend Jerry Sawe has been widely crowd lack of government support, especially through subsidy to sustain and expand the program to other parts of the country. Speaking to RCA News on Wednesday in Battery Factory, Gardnersville, where the Rehabilitation Center is located, Reverend Sawe said they have been running the program for their personal resources and contributions from some individuals. Away from Liberia, voting in the Democratic Republic of Congo's stakes presidential election has been marked by lengthy delays and claims of fraud. Some polling stations only opened many hours late, leaving many people frustrated. Voting has been extended into Thursday in some areas, according to the BBC. One opposition candidate described the election as total chaos, following violence during the campaign. President Felix is pitted against 18 candidates. Some 44 million people were eligible to cast their ballots following a campaign dominated by worsening conflict in the mineral-rich East. DR Congo is roughly 4 times the size of France, but lacks basic infrastructure. Even some of its main cities are not linked by road. To end this news program, a recap of the top stories. Information Minister Letcha Hurenin has reacted to Liberia's decision to rescind its negative vote at the United Nations General Assembly regarding a resolution on the Israel-Gaza conflict. Final arguments in the murder case involving former Chief Justice Gloria Musu and her family will be entertained at Criminal Court A this Thursday, December 21. The plenary of the House of Representatives has rejected a request from the Minister of Internal Affairs to lift the moratorium placed on the Bon County Development and Social Development account. In a way from Liberia, the BBC says, voting in the Democratic Republic of Congo has states presidential election has been marked by lengthy delays and claims of fraud. That's RCN News Bulletin of 7. My name is Olivia Bauer. Good evening.
Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you.